This video will show you how to cite a source with no author using APA format for an in-text citation. So we're going to go over two basic scenarios here. So in this first instance, I want to cite something from this source on my reference page, from the Bureau of Labor Statistics Occupational Outlook Handbook. In my text, I've written, according to the Occupational Outlook Handbook 2018, post-secondary teachers as a whole should expect to see a 15% increase in jobs. Now, usually what I want for my APA in-text citation is the author's last name and the year of publication. So the tricky thing here is like, okay, what do I do if I don't have an author? Now, in this case, I do have an author, though. On my reference page, I've formatted it so that this organization, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, is listed as the author. So if I've done that on my reference page, I want to be consistent and do the same thing in the paper itself. So just like I've done here on this one, I can put Bureau of Labor Statistics as my source. And so I can change this one that says Occupational Outlook Handbook. I can change that to say Bureau of Labor Statistics instead. Or if I want to mention the Occupational Outlook Handbook in my sentence, I can just add to the end of the sentence that in-text citation to give the source credit. So either way is fine. But the key is when I'm saying Bureau of Labor Statistics, when someone scrolls to my reference page, they can easily find this source because the two citations work together. The in-text citation and the reference entry both start with the letter B, so I can easily find that even if my works cited page, my reference page, has 8, 10, 12, or more sources, it'll be easy to find. So let's take a look at a situation where you don't have an author on your reference page. So this source from Great College Deals doesn't list an author. And my reference page doesn't have anything that would count as an author like an organization. So I want to make sure that I'm consistent with that. So my in-text citation should start with the same thing that my reference entry starts with. That will make it easy for the reader to find the source on my reference page. So if there's not an author, whether that's a person, organization, etc., what you'll usually have is the title of the article. So I can put that right there. And you might notice that the citation formatting is different. So on your reference page, a title will usually use sentence case with most of the words lowercase, and it won't use quotation marks. But if you mention a source in the text of your paper or in an in-text citation, you do use that kind of traditional title formatting even in APA format. That's just a difference between the text of your paper and the reference page. Now, if you have a title that's kind of on the long side, you can shorten the title to save space for your in-text citations. So you might use the first 3 to 5 words, and you want to try to clip it in a place that's logical. Like you wouldn't necessarily want "to" here to be the last word of the title. That'll sound a little bit strange. So end it in kind of a logical place so that it sounds like it could be a short version of a title. Okay, so those are the two main ways to cite a source that doesn't have a clear author. You can use the organization as the author, or you can use the title of the source instead of an author. But whatever you do, you're being consistent with the reference page so that your reader can easily find the source on your reference page. I hope that helps. Thanks very much.